Hello, folks. Chief Meteorologist James Zahara here. Yeah, another hot day across the area. Had some sunshine in the morning and then just enough instability aloft produced with all the convective cloud cover that we've been seeing scattered about our skies, but certainly nothing that can really help produce any type of wet weather. You see those numbers in the upper 80s, even some lower 90s popping up from Macomb, Muscatine, Savannah at 90, and even the Quad Cities. Another day of temperatures in the 90s. You can see some of that convective cloud cover, though, popping up like a quilted sheet across eastern Iowa and northwestern Illinois. Air's kind of being compressed by the system out to the east and the activity out to the west. So all that air kind of sinking and compressing, and that's kind of why we're seeing some of the warm numbers across the area. What's kind of going to break down this lock pattern across the area is going to be from that area of low pressure that's going to be eventually racing its way eastward across the Rockies through the Plain States, eventually impacting us as we get to the middle of the weekend, with a chance for some nocturnal showers and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms that go with it as well. Future track showing a pretty quiet pattern across the board. Generally, mostly clear skies will be anticipated. Temperatures overnight, depending on where you are, will be either in the lower 60s to some outlying areas, likely in the upper 50s. Actually, that will be quite refreshing in some spots. And then, like we saw today, we'll start off with plenty of sunshine. A few of those little convective clouds popping up, those cumulus clouds heading the afternoon, but all will remain dry. It's going to be a touch warmer, with those numbers becoming a bit more widespread with 90s, lower 90s that we see in many of our hometowns. And that is not even the hottest air expected. That's still on track for Saturday, with a high maybe near 97 degrees. And then that activity will be coming in sometime late Saturday night into Sunday. Right now, the coverage still appears to be very scattered. Rainfall amounts still appear to be very light, and hopefully that will change on both cases as we get closer and closer to that time period. At least we'll trim down those numbers a little bit briefly for next week before we warm things up again later into next week. For more weather information, go to our website. That is WQAD.com.